Hey, back at it again. 33 degrees out. Give this thing a cold start. This will be its third start. And let's see how it does. Shows 43 degrees on the coolant temp. Gotta love that. Doing what it's supposed to. Now, even though it doesn't learn when it's cold, before the air-fuel ratio, it was like 19, 18, so it was running fairly lean. Now it looks like it's actually giving it some decent fuel enrichment, so that's good. So this is the factory fuel pump in this. It's going a little on the high side there. I'm going to put this hood prop up. An oil-filled gauge, sometimes you have to burp it to get the right pressure. There we go. See, it went down a little bit. So it's sitting at roughly anywhere between 62 and 65. And you're able to set that in the handheld itself to give you a proper fuel map. I think they want 58 to 60 psi for this system, but it's got a built-in regulator. I'm not going to go through the hassle of putting an external regulator on just to kick it down 2 psi. That ain't worth it to me. Nice and smooth. So I got a new battery tray put in it today. This thing's all rusted out. Got one on Amazon for, shit, I think it was 26 bucks. So I can clean up some of this wiring. And then on this little bundle of wires here, that went to the coil and to the ignition control module. And two of the wires went to the tach, one for the ECM, and I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to try hooking that up to that gray wire back there for the distributor and see if I can get a tach signal out of it and clean up a little bit of wiring and take it for its first drive. So I'll bring you guys along when that happens. First drive. Brought her down the street from the house. I should have probably let the fuel pump prime. So far, just driving it down the hill, I can tell the throttle's pretty touchy. Gave this thing a quick pressure wash. Thing was filthy. Aired up the tires. Now when I found that second timing mark where actual top dead center was, I put a mark on there, and there's no timing tab on this, so I ended up having to alright, peg leg, stop spinning. Anyhow, I marked that, and I have one of those timing lights with the dial back thing on there, so I was able to set that at 10 degrees, and I just set the base timing at 10 degrees. I don't even know where max advance is sitting at on this, so that's a pretty good start. I guess we'll listen for any pinging. Here we are cruising in second, sitting about 1900 RPM. Just tooling along. So far, so good. Besides the touchiness right off the bat, I put a lighter spring on the throttle. But I think if I get one of those secondary, what the hell is that thing called? The rod that attaches to the secondary butterflies, then you can have it so the secondaries come in progressive, kind of like on a standard 4-barrel carb. Because right now, after a little bit of throttle, then the secondaries kick in. Pulls pretty good. All the tires are down to like 20 psi, so I got the backs at around 30 and the fronts are about 35. I'm gonna order myself up a steam cleaner. This thing had mold all over the place. Look at the headliner. Oh, gross. Stinks in here. I put some Lysol spray in here and vacuumed it out. But still, I think the steam cleaner is going to be the way to go. So far, just cruising, it does quite nice. Pretty impressed with just putting it on, and I think Holley does a pretty good job with their hardware, or software I should say, for all the self-tuning properties. I'm gonna put this down real quick. I gotta grab this floor mat because this thing keeps getting underneath the pedals. No need to have that. Yeah, the exhaust on this thing is 100% factory from '96. It doesn't sound too bad for old exhaust. Sure, there's a few exhaust leaks here and there. See how it likes full throttle here. We're in second gear. I'd definitely say it has some more power. I did a 0 to 60 in this on a GPS app on my phone, and I can't remember what the 0 to 60 time was, but it had like 1/8 mile and 1/4 mile time. Once I get some miles on it, I'll have to compare the two and see what difference there is in acceleration and speed. Yeah, you just barely have to give it any gas to maintain speed or slightly accelerate. Sucker will spin in first easy, just one tire fire. Spun all the way through second, half throttle. Just cruising down Autobahn 9. Hey, this thing's doing awesome. I love it so far. Carburetors are pretty simple, but it's hard to get a carburetor right out of the box, put it on something, and have it run this good. We'll go up Highway 9 here a little bit. And then we'll pull over, open the hood, see how everything looks. We're just cruising it. Going up pretty steep hill here, going up Highway 9. The Easy Jeezy's got a hill out there in Colorado called Heartbreak Hill. This is my town's version. Third gear, cruising 45. Here's fourth. Plenty of torque to accelerate. Can't really go very far with this person in front of us. Hopefully you guys can hear over the wind noise. Got the window down because this thing stinks. I wiped everything down with Lysol wipes, but you know, the headliner, gross. I'm probably gonna have to just pull that out and redo it. It's cool how it shows the learn percentage. I think it'll only learn a certain amount until you get back into it again once you shut it off. That computer's out there doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not being driven for 7 months. I'm surprised the brakes aren't stuck or anything like that. I think I'll have to stop down and get a little bit stiffer spring. Third gear, I'll floor it, see how it does. Oh man, once it started pulling fuel away, it really started picking up. It's pretty rich there, taking away fuel. Man, when that thing leaned out a little bit, it started pulling. What a difference. Huge increase in power just from the first drive, and it's only going to get better. I'll have to watch this video, see if we have any erratic RPM signal from the engine to see if we have any RFI. I need to replace the driver's side motor mount on this thing. This is where I stopped with the Volksrad a long time ago. Looks like people are still dumping their trash. The dump is right down the street, people. Come on. And of course, I didn't bring any tools with, so I can't adjust the throttle, but I'll try a new spring first, because showing 1% throttle and 0 for the IAC, that needs to be up higher. Yeah, I gave it a little quick pressure wash, man. This thing had moss all over it. I put this spring on here and bent the edges around. Yeah, it's kind of sticking open a little bit. But no coolant leaks. That's good. Got the new battery tray in. That was kind of a bitch, because one of the bolts back here was all rusted. Air cleaner's staying on. So far, everything's looking good. I'd say that's a win. Look at all this shit. Unbelievable. Excellent. Throw my seatbelt on. We'll do another run down Autobahn 9. We'll start off in second gear again, just because, well, not from a stop, but we'll floor it after it's in second gear, because first gear will just spin all day. Ourselves a little bit of room here. Alright, here we go. Come on. Oh yeah. This thing's boogieing. I'm gonna have to rescale that tack down to 5,000 RPM. At least 6,000. See what the hell I'm doing. But you know what? I just drive off a feel anyways. You know when it starts losing power, that's when it's time to hit the next gear. Well, everybody, I'm gonna put some more miles on this thing, but thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.